Hey, good morning. Mike Morrison from Rapid BI. I've just come out of the first session of the day, which is E1 in learning to inspire younger generations entering the workplace. And this was run by a young lady called Zoe Jackson, who runs a company called Living the Dream. And she pointed out, or took us through her journey, how her organisation started when she was 16 and how she's grown it, and how she works with young people, millennials born between 1980 and 2000, to help inspire and grow them, as is herself. She pointed out that 50% of the workforce will be millennials by 2020, which is not that far away. She highlighted to us a number of different factors about what is it millennials want. Millennials want rapid development, they want learning and development, they want to become leaders, they want growth, they want access to top teams. They want to close the gap between the chief execs and the boards and people entering the business. But that builds up some rather interesting challenges, doesn't it? Because you cannot, for example, if you're having young people come in, you cannot give them access to the chief exec for lunch. If that's 50-60% of the population, the chief exec will be solely lunching with people. However, it did raise some interesting reflections for me from yesterday about leadership. How do we start leadership training early? Do we do it bite by bite? What is it that people are aspirational towards? Do we need to start looking at leadership not as one big chunk and achievement, but as a series of lots and lots of little steps, such as Mickey Moffat yesterday mentioned in the military? Everyone is trained on what leadership and followership is from day one, and it's built on and built on and built on. And maybe that's the model that we need to start looking at for millennials and engaging young people. We need to be a lot more creative. We need to engage people, and we need to give people say. I'm not convinced that it's just about millennials. I think that's true of a lot of people. People want some say in their direction. They want to know what's expected of them and where they're going. It was an interesting session. I think perhaps a little bit too much self-promotional for me. I would have liked to have heard a lot more of the specifics of what worked rather than the journey. But hey, that's me. I'm not a millennial. I'll see you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.